What's going on is Mr. Little Known Facts, giving you food for thought, so nibble on that.
Uh-huh.
Shug, well, he's here to supervise slang. We talk hip-hop, trust, we true to our name, so here we
Uh-huh.
go. Let the trumpets blow and hold on because the host of the podcast is a pro. The ruler is back.
Brum, brum,
Hey, yo,
brum, brum, brum,
Shug,
brum.
I said I'm true to my name, right?
Yes, sir.
Here's a little known fact, just to start off the podcast. You know that song with Tim's and Future and Drake, Wait for You?
Ye- Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like, I will wait for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Guess what? She said, I won't wait for you. I won't wait for you, for you. And she said she
Oh,
sang it in a British accent. So it's like, I won't wait for you, but it's I won't wait for you. Now I will wait for you.
okay, okay,
She,
okay.
she fooled us the whole time, bro. The whole time. I know
It
y'all
is
ain't know
what it
that.
is.
I know y'all ain't know that. But yeah, man, it's the Henny and Coke podcast. I go by the name of Octane. And my partner, he goes by the name of what?
Shug the slang supervisor,
The Slang Supervisor.
aka. Nah, I'm not gonna do that to y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. You know how we do it, man. We back again with another podcast with that hip hop content for your you know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
as we always do, man, we're gonna let y'all know what we listening to, what album, what single we rocking with this week. So, Shug, what you got?
All right, so check me out. I got Joey Badass with the last project he put out, which was 2000.
It came out in 2000.
No. I
What's
believe
that
it
the
came
name
out
of the
about
album? Of 2000.
2 years ago. Mr.
Okay.
Little Known Facts, you might be able to elaborate on that, maybe not. Um, Nonetheless, it's a dope album, man. I know Joey Badass has been on Power doing his thing acting.
Yo.
Um, he's actually at this point LL Joey, the way he was clipped off of Power, and then all the women started complaining. So I think as this new season unfolds, they're gonna bring him back due to popular demand.
Yeah, I think he said
Um
he had a lot of stuff going on with his career that he was trying to aim towards. That's why he kind of like wanted to back up off the show.
Unique. No. That was a gimmick. That was just to throw the people off. Cause you know, you got all kinds of I guess YouTubers, and it's always somebody that is putting together a plot before the plot develops. And it's called a spoiler.
True,
They don't like it to be spoiled. So sometimes you
true.
got to throw them off a little bit with some false statements, such as I'm going on tour to concentrate on my music. But back to the music part of things. Like I said, I think this album, was overlooked. It's actually a pretty dope album. I've been a fan of Joey Badass since he's been a teen,
That's
about,
true.
in high school doing his thing with his Pro Era crew.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and ultimately, I love to see artists evolve. And with this being his last project, I feel like, he's evolved. His musical style is extremely dope. He's always been barific. You know what I mean?
Give him
Barific. Is
that.
that a new one? I
That's a
kind of
new
just
one.
up on the spot, you know.
Barific. I like it. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? He's from Brooklyn.
True.
He's from Brooklyn, so I'm always gonna, rep my fellow Brooklynites. And like I said, I really think this album flew under the radar because of his acting career. If you ask me, he's actually, in comparison, he has potential. He has Tupac potential with the acting and the rapping kind of thing.
Okay.
Um,
I can see.
so
I can see that comparison you're trying to go with.
yeah. For my single, I have RJ Payne. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with RJ Payne, but he's been on a tear with this series where he pretty much provides a soundtrack to cult classic movies.
Okay.
This single is Nino's Revenge. Nino's Revenge picks off where Nino Brown from New Jack City supposedly dies.
Mm-hmm.
And he concocts his own hypothetical of what would happen if, Nino Brown was to survive the fall,
Okay.
in which people proclaimed him dead, or well, the movie ended. And once again, I'll keep it in a barific lane. Ultimately, that's what he's providing. It's an extremely dope song. So yeah, man, that's what I've been listening to. I wanted to choose some artists that wasn't super commercial.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not. I know who RJ Payne is. I never really gave him a listen. I know he's one of those like more street but lyrical artists that's out there. I like the concept. I love concept projects
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
conceptual songs. So I'm definitely going to check in. Nino's Revenge and New Jack City is one of my favorite movies ever. So I would like to see I like to listen to his spin on that joint. Is there a video associated with it, or it's just a song right now?
Nah, it's not a video. And I'm telling you, he's got to be like in double digits. He's got to be at least 10 in. Like it was one of those snowball effects where you start with one and then the people, they're like, yo, I really like that. And then you keep going. I mean, you got to feed the audience, supply and demand. So
Yeah, that's true. Got to do
went to
that.
Tidal and I went to his catalog and this was the first thing there. So I decided to listen and I was like, yeah. I get it. I get why this is right here, why this is his most popular song. So I'd
Okay.
advise everyone take a listen to that. But what are you listening to, Oktane?
All right. So what I'm listening to right now, I took it back. Shout out to my man ASAP Rocky. Shout out to the ASAP mob. I had to take it back to Live Love ASAP, his first project. And man, talk about an artist that I really wasn't rocking with at first and became a huge fan of. And that's ASAP Rocky. You actually put me on the ASAP Rocky. And I was like, bro, I'm not feeling this dude. He's talking about he from Harlem and he sound like he from Houston. Like, I don't like all this.
He looked
But
like he from
that,
Fashion Avenue,
yeah, like he just
high
looked like
fashion,
super, yeah.
Paris, France.
Yeah, but after a while I got it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, nah, he nice. Like he can actually rap. These songs is dope. Like I like the way he put it together. So Live Love ASAP, definitely a favorite project of mine. Had to revisit it. And it's got songs like Peso on there, Brand New Guy with Schoolboy Q. You got Purple Swag, Houston Old Head. Like it's a no skip project to me. And I think that they were modern day. That ASAP mob movement was really a force to be reckoned with. Like when they came out, they really came out squatted up, and all them dudes are still doing stuff. Rest in peace to ASAP Yams, but you know what I'm saying? Like that collective as a whole, really ill. I wish they would do a new project together, but yeah, man, Live Love ASAP. Definitely check that
ASAP
out.
does have a project on the way though.
And ASAP Rocky does have an album, I think, on the way. He kind of moving like wifey moving, like putting out little touches of songs here and there. But last podcast we talked about his song Hijack, so he's been putting out a few songs on his own over the past couple years. So hopefully we end up getting an ASAP Rocky album around this time. I'm thinking it should be dropping soon, but I'm thinking before the year's out, we'll get that album, but maybe 2025 might be the aim for that. So shout out to ASAP Rocky, Live Love ASAP. And then my single, it is Gucci Mane called Rich N Words. It's a play off of one of his old songs. It's on his new album called GOAT, which represents greatest. It's the greatest trapper of all time.
Greatest of all time trapper.
Of all time trappers. That title just keeps messing me up.
Greatest
Greatest of
of all
all
trappers.
trappers. Thank you. Greatest of all
Yeah.
trappers. We screwed that damn title all the way up. But greatest of all trappers, which stands for GOAT, which he is. the greatest of all trap rappers to me, for sure. Like his movement is definitely in comparison to Lil Wayne on the lyrical side, but he on the trap side, nobody hit the scene like Gucci Mane did, and he went back to that era. And Rich N Words is a play off another song he had called Street N Words. So produced by Zaytoven. Yeah, definitely a dope song. I've been running it up a lot. It's on my workout playlist. So check that joint out if you have not yet. That's my album. That's my single. All right.
I don't like to let things get past me because you keep
Uh-huh.
referring to Gucci Man as if there's no other as if he hasn't had competition in that trap lane.
I didn't say
And
that.
that's a debatable topic. I'm just
Say
gonna
he's the
say
greatest.
there's T.I. and there's Jeezy. I'm just saying.
That's cool.
I'm just saying. That's all I wanted to say. I'll
That's
let the
cool.
people decide what they want to decide from there. But
If there
trap
was a Mount,
music and
if there was a Mount
TM.
Rushmore of trap rappers, that definitely is gonna be T.I., it's gonna be Jeezy, it's gonna be Gucci. I don't know who that fourth person would be in my eyes. Because I don't look at Future as a trap rapper.
Okay.
I don't look at him like that. But I'm about to come back to that one. Who would be the
Okay.
fourth person on that Mount Rushmore of trap rappers from Atlanta? Or just not just from Atlanta, because I guess you can't just put it in Atlanta. But yeah, I'm about to go back to that.
Okay. Fair
Who would be
enough.
number 4? But those three are definitely they there.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, man, that's gonna close out the singles and the albums for this week from Shug and Aki. Let's get it. Run right into them headlines, bro. Headlines.
Yes, sir.
What we
Yes, sir.
talking?
Yes, sir.
What we talking about, bro? What we talking
So,
about?
I saw Tank on my timeline. We might need to change this from headlines to timelines because I mean, scrolling up and down my timeline is where I find most of this information.
That is where we get a
Um,
lot of our info from. That is, yo. I can't
Tank
even lie.
saying Chris Brown has surpassed Michael Jackson as the best entertainer of all time.
As the best entertainer of all time.
Yeah, that's his opinion. Mine's differs.
Okay.
I think Michael Jackson still holds that title. But you know, things are up for the debate. Everyone has an opinion.
When you say things like he's the Michael Jackson of our time, I give you that.
Yeah.
Like he's the Michael Jackson of our time. But I remember feeling like I'm born in the late 80s, bro. The impact of Michael Jackson was there when I was from my birth. Like that impact was crazy. I ain't never seen like Chris Brown got fandom is crazy, but like people just men and women, like don't matter what the gender is, passing out at your concerts because they can't believe your aura. Like your aura is on a million. And when they see you, they passing out. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess with something like this here, the reason why we actually speak on these things is if you're listening to us and you want to dig deeper, you can dig deeper because I'm paraphrasing what Tank said. He actually had a whole lot more to say about it, you know, detail wise. And that like I said, that was his opinion.
I respect his opinion, but I'm gonna still give my piece. So, because I've thought about this before too, but it just like when you're talking about crossing genres, being known worldwide across the globe, you know what I'm saying, and impact numbers. Like Chris Brown's never given us a Thriller. He don't have that album.
Correct.
Michael Jackson just been since being on the scene from a preteen up, quality, like all the time. And that's the thing, like Chris Brown gives us a lot of music,
Quantity.
and he's great at it. His quantity is up there. He's great at delivering the music. But like when you go back and listen to them albums that listening to Bad or listening to Thriller or listening to Off the Wall, Dangerous, like when you listen to those albums, it's different, bro. Definitely. Quincy Jones was not playing no games, bro. Like we have to respect the we have to respect what Mike Jack really brought to the game. So I get it, like what people like we don't have Michael Jackson no more. We haven't had him for what 15 years now. So when somebody does go away, some of that impact does kind of start going to the wayside when other people are still around to influence. But when we talking about across the like Chris Brown ain't even gonna tell you he'll better entertain than Michael Jackson. He knows.
Yeah.
But I respect like if there's a number two, it's still between him and Beyonce.
That's a whole different conversation.
to me, that's my opinion. But if it was still like across all, if we're talking, if he just like, where's it narrowed down to? Is like Tank just saying of all time over everybody. Then we still gotta include other people in there when it comes to entertaining. There are groups of people, bands, artists, individuals that have done way bigger concerts than a Chris Brown, even than Beyonce. So we're like, when we talk about entertainers, overall, Michael Jackson is the one.
I feel
in
you.
my eyes.
LaRussel, Mr. Independent Hustle, straight out of the Bay himself.
That's your guy. That is your guy right there, Mr. LaRussel.
Yeah, man. Performing at Pergola. He had another Bay
So what's
legend.
the Pergola? What is that?
It's his backyard. It's a mini stage.
Okay, that's the Pergola. That's what the name of it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In his backyard. It's just a mini stage. Very mini stage. You know what I'm saying? Oakland Bay legend was out there with him, Richie Rich. Richie Rich actually was rapping and blew out his knee while rapping, but continued rapping the whole time. I'm talking about while he was getting carted off, he was still rapping. And then to follow up with that, he came out and performed at a live show, another live show that LaRussel had, and he had on his knee brace after, you know, he got the surgery and stuff that he needed. And I just thought that was dope for hip hop. We seen Currency Together perform out here at the National VA on crutches, right?
Yup.
I seen Anthony Hamilton perform one time on crutches, and the show must go on. So as an entertainer, you gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? And
gotta get that bag, baby.
I feel like if you pull up the clip, Richie Rich ain't miss a bar. He ain't say ouch or nothing. He was freestyling.
I saw that clip. He
talking about I blew out my knee, and they was looking at him like, "Did you really? Because you're still going." And you know,
people thought I would have thought it was fake too. I would have thought it was fake too if had I been there. He just kept going like, "Yo, he really hurt himself." Or this is part of the act? Because this is
it's a dope.
It look
dope
real
in hip hop. Yeah, the show must go on.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. Shout out to LaRussel for putting on that joint, just making that a thing, man.
Yeah.
In the backyard.
Next up, we got Michael Rubin speaks on Black culture. The topic was, I feel like he was defending Meek Mill, in which there's been Meek Mill in the media.
That's what I don't like about Black people. That's the one thing. Like, I like some of you guys, but that's just what I don't like about you.
Yeah. I mean, he basically said the crabs in the barrel mentality is what saddens him, as opposed to us lifting each other up. You know what I'm saying? And then someone, he said a good friend of his, ended up speaking to him a few days later and let him know that that's not really his place to speak on Black culture, which I guess I agree with it. You know what I'm saying?
What, that it's not his place to speak on black culture, or you agree with what he said?
I agree with both. You know what I'm saying? I agree with what he said, but that's not
Wrong
his
messenger.
place to say it. You know, we can say that amongst ourselves, publicly or behind closed doors. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And isn't he Jewish?
Yeah. And that's I'll
Jewish people
elaborate.
don't Jewish people don't like people talking about they culture that's from outside their culture.
That's
And I
exactly
understand.
why, you know, it's not his place because if another culture was to say something about the Jewish culture, you know what happens. And I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
that there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
I just wanted
it's
to speak
understood.
on.
I was just gonna say it's understood and respected. I get it. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, bro, like I agree with some of the things he said too, but I understand the history behind it. I understand what our culture, like why our culture operates that way in a lot of senses in a lot of spaces, but also wrong messenger. It's wrong messenger. We don't need you to do
Yeah.
that.
Next up, I'm gonna run through these current events because it's a lot of them.
But
So
shout out to Michael Rubin, yo. If you want to invite us to one of those white parties, we'll come up there. Just no hugging from the back, none of that weird stuff. We ain't doing that.
that's what started the conversation too. That, that's what started the conversation.
It is. Yeah, I
Um,
didn't see the beginning. I only see the clip.
yeah,
I can
because
see how
then he
this
got in his
conversation comes.
feels and he was like, "Yo, why is everybody making that a thing?" Like,
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
"I
yeah.
don't, now you're challenging this man's sexuality." He was like, and I just don't understand why black people. So, yeah. We'll close out on that.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
all of
nah,
that.
nah.
Um, Drake moves to Houston. Um,
And that
and
cowboy had
Sauce
a
Walker
son,
has something to say.
had his
Houston
son
representative.
in that cowboy get up.
Slim Thug also has something to say. Houston representative.
Yeah,
Um, they both had a difference of opinion. I guess Sauce Walker was saying, "Hey, bro, you're not coming to Houston to colonize this town. I won't have any of it." And Slim
what you
Thug, he
want?
didn't really challenge Sauce Walker, but his opinion was like, "Hey, man, if he wants to move to the town, it can do nothing but benefit the town, someone of his stature." So,
Sorry, Sauce Walker. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Drake can go wherever he please, except for LA. He's good. Like you ain't about to stop nothing he doing in Houston, bro. I feel you. I understand where you coming from, but Drake's got history there. You know what I'm saying? He got the Prince family already co-signed him many years ago. His history in Houston is embedded. He's put money into Houston people's pockets. Trust.
so in case you haven't seen it, Sauce Walker said he's put money in the pockets of Houston strippers, not the community nor the rappers.
Is 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 Rap a Lot Records not from Houston? Is Jay Prince and Jazz Prince not Houstonites?
Yeah,
How
but
many people pockets does he have to put money into? You ain't gonna say that to somebody else that moved to a developer, a real estate developer that just moves into a town and builds a neighborhood. You ain't gonna say
would you
nothing about
say
that.
he's helped out the Atlanta culture
Yeah,
musically?
yeah, of course he has.
I guess Sauce Walker is saying the same rules
Uh,
should apply. Has he helped out the California community
Yeah, he did a song with
musically?
the game. He did a song with the game. He did a song with YG.
Has he helped out the New York community?
Yup. He put ASAP Rocky on his first tour. He he's done a few good things.
So, yeah,
We're
what
not
about
gonna
listening?
like what my whole thing is like what are people supposed to do? Like what do you want him to do for people? What
Hey,
do we want people
I'm
to
just
do?
telling you what the
This
news
is
is.
like,
I'm just
yo,
telling you what the
telling
news is.
somebody how to run their business. Like, yo, he's a business. His name is Drake. He's Drake, the artist, the businessman. He made sure that he made the right business moves, which is like I get the whole like this is why I'm trying to like break down like this our culture when it comes to hip hop. I respect where we coming from. That's why I'm like I respect everything that Kendrick did with talking about Drake's a colonizer. He is very much a colonizer, very much. But when it comes down to the business and the business acumen and the smart moves that he made by collaborating with certain artists in certain areas to build his fan base, that's what artists would do anyway. Even if they was from America, you're gonna link up with artists in different places so that you have a fan base there. So it heightens up your fan base. So in turn, yes, even
You
though he
have
didn't
not
show up
answered
for
what
Future,
artist though. What
even though
artist
he
has
didn't.
been in Houston?
So look, even though he didn't show up to Future's video for Tony Montana, that song still helped Future's career. Migos, same thing with Versace. He helped with that career. City Girls, he helped them.
No,
Uh,
I
huh?
understand what you're saying, but Sauce Walker's gripe is Houston.
That Drake didn't do a song with him.
He's not saying him.
He's
You
not gonna
still
say
have to
it.
name any Houston artist.
He's not gonna say it, but he means that. He's like, he didn't do a song with me yet. I'm one of the most popping artists in Houston. He gonna move it and he ain't do a song with me yet. Nah, I ain't feeling that. And you know what
All
Drake's gonna
right.
do? You know what Drake's gonna do? He's gonna do a song with an artist from Houston. What? He's gonna do a song with an artist from Houston. That's what I'm saying. Like, you poking the bear. He's gonna do it now, and it's just gonna be like, all right, now what you gotta say?
So look,
Now I'm
right, to
here. Now I'm
transition along
here.
with
And
that.
I'm gonna collaborate with artists from Houston. I'm gonna make some songs. I might even not even collaborate with the artist. I might sample a Slim Thug joint faintly in the background of a song and put some money in Slim Thug's pocket.
Yeah.
Bun
Sounds like
B.
you need to scroll up and down your
Oh,
timeline more.
my fault. Bun B's not from technically from Houston. He's from Port Arthur. But
So look, yeah, Bun B corrected him on that too. Sauce Walker and Bun B. But listen, right? Let me transition. There was a song with Benny the Butcher and Drake, right? Been
the Buffalo
recorded.
freestyle. Yeah.
So that song was supposedly released as of recently and
Who's the
taken
bigger
down just as
artist?
fast, right?
Who's the bigger artist? That's what Benny
Drake?
but the yes, bro. So this is the thing, right? Benny the Butcher, because I know so the story, the rumored story is that Drake leaked the song and Benny had it taken down. I don't know how much truth to that there is, but I will say this: the reason why Drake probably, and I'm just throwing this out there, business, right? If I'm really trying to put out a song with somebody, I'm the bigger artist, and that artist hasn't really still made it. Like, I might be waiting for you to drop a single, like something that where you like really getting attention, and then I'm like, okay, now I'll drop our freestyle
Interesting.
because you got your buzz going. You got your buzz going for real.
Did the Migos have a buzz?
Yeah. What?
The
Absolutely.
Migos had the same buzz that Benny the Butcher had.
Not at all, bro. Not at
What about the
all.
Memphis dude?
We're talking about we're
What
talking
about
about
the Memphis
artists.
dude that was doing the dance?
Black Boy JB.
Did he have a buzz?
Where do those songs end up on the radio? They are radio. They are radio ready artists. Benny the
All
Butcher's
right.
not a radio friendly artist. Name me a artist that Drake has done a collaboration with that he hasn't been able to
He
benefit from.
made them radio friendly artists by releasing the songs they had.
Nah, bro. They
So
have
look, this is my point
Buffalo.
though.
So think about this. Look at that market in Buffalo. That's not that big of a market in that way as like a Atlanta is, as like a Miami is, even St. Louis.
Here's
So
what I think is going on.
okay,
I think Drake is reaching to these things, Houston and Benny the Butcher, as if they need him now. And they're looking at him like, bro, you're like the plague right now. No one wants to touch you. Now you want to mess with us because you want to colonize new territory because
take advantage of
you're
it. Let them do it.
lukewarm right now.
Let them do
Right?
it.
because he dropped 3 songs. Then he dropped
This
another
wasn't.
3 songs.
So because Kendrick Lamar said something about it now we don't want to work with Drake because Drake is a plague. But before we was
Hey,
ready and willing, even though we knew, because this wasn't none of this stuff that Drake was doing is a secret. So it was already known that he's this type of person. So you
if
still
you don't
decided,
know,
you still said, yo, I want to go in the studio, you know what I'm saying? You know, somebody I want to collaborate with is Drake. You still wanted to collaborate with Drake, bro. You still wanted some of that streaming or some of that buzz.
if you don't know, Sauce Walka is standing on business. He had a song dissing Drake about the colonizing stuff some years ago.
Okay.
I'm just saying, this is not new for Sauce Walka. He's
And
been saying it.
where's Sauce Walka at? What songs does Sauce Walka have on the radio? None.
Sauce Walka is a great artist.
But
You
what
might
song?
not dig him because he's
I'm
not
not
on the
saying
radio.
I'm not saying he's not a great artist. I'm talking about the type of artist that Drake is compared to the people that you're trying to say that has an opinion on him.
No. Hold on.
There's no benefit.
We gotta
There's
get
no,
this out there.
I don't see the benefit.
I did not know about the Migos until Drake. I did not know about Black Boy J
Yes,
until
you
Drake.
did.
I did not know about a lot of artists until Drake.
You knew Trapped Out the Bando before you knew
I did
Versace,
not.
bro. Yes, you did. I'm
I did
telling you
not.
that. All right. So look, when I go back on that Oktane review and I look at that date that we recorded that Oktane review and I covered the Migos project, Trapped Out the Bando was already out. That's how we all got put on to knowing who the Migos were. Then they had Versace after that.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you knew who the Migos was before that. They had a buzz before Drake.
I knew who Benny the Butcher was before a rumored track with Drake. I knew who Benny the Butcher was.
But he don't need, like, what's the benefit? Even still, bro, like, there's no benefit for Drake as an artist to be in a rush to put out a song with Benny the Butcher. There just isn't.
I mean, I
So
guess
he could
so.
sit on that song. It's just one of the things, like, I'm gonna sit on this song until your buzz gets up. That happens a lot in the industry. Like, an artist will have a song with the artist, and it's like, all right, so when your buzz get up, when you start really get popping, we'll put it out. Yeah, sure, we'll do that.
You don't think it's coincidental that Mr. Hotspot and Benny the Butcher pull back their tracks?
Mr. Hotspot did it because of he said it himself, it was the content of the song. That's why he didn't want to put out the song with Drake. He don't get into them type of politics. He ain't that type of artist to really care about a Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. He was just more concerned about his audience. He says he works with children and he wanted to make sure the song was child friendly.
Okay. Let me see. Turn like this. I want to see if you got a cape on. Turn like that.
Turn this way.
Oh, trying to make sure you don't got a cape on.
I think I'm caping for Drake.
I'm
caping for Drake, bro.
What we got next? Because we spent a lot of time on that. Well, we'll get into. I'll jump to the politics section of things, which the YSL case very quickly. There's somebody running.
Wait, time out. I don't want to go past that yet. I do, because we didn't even talk about the things at hand. So yeah, just real quick, Drake put out them 3 songs. I think they still throwaways. I still think that he's in a very tight position right now. Pause. He's just trying to put something out, and ain't nothing really catching. So yeah, I'm still on I'm still on some. Drake ain't really as hot as he was before in any sense. He's trying. He's just throwing stuff out there, and I don't think nothing's really landing. I'm not impressed. Very mid Drake right now. Yeah, I had to.
So the YSL case, right?
Yeah.
There's somebody running for, I guess, that DA spot or political office. I don't want to spread the wrong information here, but she said if she was to get elected, that she's throwing out the Young Thug case.
I think that would be smart. It's taking a long time for a reason. That's
what's going on with the YSL stuff, along with a whole lot of other shenanigans.
They don't have enough evidence, apparently. I mean, it's what's the perfect word for this? Shenanigans. a lot of shenanigans going on around this case. I think everybody's over it. I think the prosecutor's probably over it, trying to find enough evidence to lock this man up and keep him in jail. And I just think it's gonna be over soon. I think Young Thug will be free.
Yeah.
I just think Young Thug will be free. I just don't see the way this joint is going, the length of time. It don't seem like they got a strong case.
We'll see how that unfolds.
Yeah.
In the political arena, while we're here, Kodak Black featuring Fivio Foreign and Donald Trump.
Yeah, what's that?
I have not heard. I'm a big fan of Kodak Black. Fivio, like I said, Brooklyn, New York. Donald Trump, not so much, but nonetheless, here we are. I have not heard the song personally.
Why isn't Chef G and Sleepy Hollow on that song? Or are they waiting for them to get on the remix?
Maybe. I don't think this song is gonna have any legs, so there may not be a remix.
Put a little pump on it. That'll give it some life.
It will not at all. Yeah, man. What else we got? I'll let you.
I understand, man. Put money that it's just a whole.
It's politics as usual.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gimmick. So whatever. I can see Kodak Black's loyalty. I don't know how Fivio Foreign fits in that, but whatever.
To each their own.
Yeah, I don't know who did the research on that, but Fivio Foreign is not even that popping of an artist. So I don't think his influence is really there. But if that's where they want to go ahead, Donald Trump. Do your thing. Do your thing, Donald Trump. Do your thing.
Well, next up, what we got next up?
All right, so Complexes apparently, I'm not gonna bash them as a publication because they still are active, but I'm not gonna. All right, I'm gonna give my true opinion, man. I think these people just running out of content and they're like, you know what's gonna work? I know it's gonna be clickbait, top whatever list. We're gonna do that
and screw it up
and have people
make people argue.
So yeah, they put out a list of the top 50 rappers from Atlanta, and they got people in an uproar because a lot of people were left out, as they usually would be. That's just how the game goes, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think they had a lot of good people on this list. We're not gonna take away from them having a lot of good people on the list. Certain people were left out, but you know, that's just how lists go. They're all opinion based, and we can't put all our eggs in the basket for any one publication to have the correct list. You know what I'm saying? But I disagree with Andre 3000 being the greatest rapper from Atlanta. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. It's most definitely Future, and that's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. I feel like as an individual rapper, if we're talking about individual rappers, I feel like Future has contributed more to the game. He's definitely got more bangers that we can go to, album cuts. So that's the only thing I'm going to speak on is who I think number one spot should go to. And I definitely think it's Future.
I could agree with that. Unfortunately, I don't know, Future, I guess rapper is the term for him. I don't consider him a lyricist.
Nah, he ain't no lyricist.
Yeah.
He never tried to be though.
So
amazing songwriter. Amazing songwriter.
Yeah. I mean,
hit maker, knows how to make albums. Like he has a lot of qualities to him. that makes him unique. I just don't think that Andre 3K got the quality. I mean, the quantity to match his career span from the early 1990s until now. I don't think that's there. So I gotta go with Future. Gotta go with Future. What we got next, brother?
You tell me. You got
Oh man, yeah, Lil Yachty. Yo, this dude, I don't know what it is, man. He's staying in some controversy right now. So apparently, the one female woman group member that he had, Caribou, she's no longer a part of the Concrete Boys. Something happened there. I don't know how familiar you are with her or the Concrete Boys and that whole situation, but this is Lil Yachty's second attempt at putting together a hip hop collective, and it looks like it's falling apart again. So first of all, he dropped her from the group, and second of all, he just was on his podcast with it was Key Glock and his producer named Mitch, who he basically called a loser. Basically called dude a loser. Like, yo, you wouldn't have did anything else. If I give you the opportunities I gave you, you wouldn't be doing nothing. You wouldn't even want to get a job type of situation. And just kind of like just was dogging him for a couple minutes on his podcast. And then the Caribou thing, I don't know too many details of why she left the group, but apparently he was writing her rhymes as well. So like she had an on the radar freestyle that went viral, and apparently he wrote all those bars, and then he had a reference track to show that he wrote those bars. So I think it's kind of corny. Like if you're gonna do it, just do that. You know what I'm saying? But he was saying something to the effect that she got like a bad attitude. She had bad vibes, was belittling people. So maybe he just felt the way. He was like, no, you know what? You getting a little big headed, you're not understanding your position, and kind of let it go. He tried to just basically got her about it, and he just looking real funny in the light, man. I don't know what's going on with Yachty. Not a fan of his anyway, but I'm just saying to be a leader is sometimes a heavy burden to carry, especially if you're not really well equipped. Sometimes you're better off just being by yourself. In the words of one of our favorite rappers, everybody can go. Shout out to Benny the Butcher. And yeah. Gotta do it on your own sometimes, sir. Stop trying to put everybody on and then get mad when they don't work how you work.
pretty much.
Yeah. Next up, we got Joe Budden versus Young Miami. I'm just going to briefly go over this. So, Joe Budden on his podcast was presented with a gold plaque for his awesome song, Pump, Pump, Pump It Up. And LL Cool J just happened to be on that podcast that day and presented him with the plaque. Now, that all sounds well and good, and it sounds like a great thing. Shout out to Joe Budden. And shout out to anybody that sold 500,000 of anything. I think that's a huge achievement, and I don't think we should downplay anybody's success. With that being said, it got tweeted out on Instagram that he got his gold plaque, and Young Miami from the City Girls retweeted it and put laughing emojis on top. I guess her and him have had little issues in the past, so she thought it was time to make fun of that and put laughing emojis on it and spoke about how she was 9 years old when that song came out and she's 30 now and the song's just becoming gold, which is, I mean, it could be a funny thing, but still, like I said, shout out to anybody that sold 500,000 of anything. You're successful. So Joe Budden just responded by basically saying if there was a list of top female rappers, she would be at the bottom of that, and speaks on the success of her counterpart JT, who actually has a very successful boyfriend in damn, why his name dropped out of my head?
Little Easy
Lil
Vert.
Uzi Vert, who, you know what I'm saying, she could have leaned on and been like, my man's made it. He's made a lot of money. I rap, but I'm good. But she said, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna get in my bag and I'm gonna put out my own project. I'm gonna work. And she's really been putting out quality work. Now, Young Miami, not so much. You know, she was linked to Diddy, and during that period of being linked to Diddy, her social media presence went up more. She got her own podcast, which is successful, but the music side, not so much. She hasn't put out anything of quality, nothing that's really popping. And I do want to give Joe Budden his flowers just for going on gold, but also just like the way that he displayed, the way he spoke to how, you know what I'm saying, it's not like a good look for her to be trying to clown somebody when she's not doing well in the industry that she was supposed to, well, the career that she started off in, and trying to clown him for doing something that's successful in that industry. So I just think that it is a moment to really reflect, like, yo, don't try to crack on somebody else's success when you're not really being successful in that arena that you're supposed to be in, and you're not staying focused on what you're supposed to be focused on, because you pretty much ished on your homegirl when you got with Diddy, left her out to dry, and she had to try to make it because y'all was a group and you decided you didn't want to be a group no more. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. That's my take
Wow.
on it.
I would have thought that song Pump It Up been platinum already though. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too. I thought that was a platinum.
Once it made You Got Served soundtrack, if it was officially on there, I'm not sure if it was or if it wasn't, but it sure was a part of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, the song, it was a hit. It was definitely a hit when it came out, but who knows the factors that went into him, that joint not being a platinum song. And then shout out to Joe Budden's that album. I can't name it right now, but his debut album is fire. His debut album is fire. That's the only song on there that sound like that too. That's the only song that sound like Pump It Up. He was like, I'm gonna give y'all this one because y'all need a hit. But everything
Nah,
else
he
is
got
gonna
a
be
song with Busta Rhymes on that album, I think, that they actually shot a video for that
in that
sound.
same vein.
Yeah,
Okay.
mainstream, I want to say.
Okay, it might have been one or two. I gotta look. That might be my album for next week because he got a song called 10 Minutes that I always like. That's one of my joints.
Good luck.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the album. But yeah, shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to Young Miami too. You know, just focus on the music.
Speaking of the music,
Diddy got a weird case. Why is he around? Let me stop. Oh yeah, let's bring it back to Virginia real quick though. Shout out to Skillz, aka Mad Skillz, on the Drink Champs for the second time. His second time around on the Drink Champs. I just want to highlight that the legendary rapper show love to some of the artists that we rock with, that we know personally from Richmond, Virginia. He shouted out Noah O, Michael Millions, and also Radio B. I thought that was real cool.
all three of them have been on our podcast.
Yep.
When we were having guests, and that's something we plan on doing in the near future. And I'm pretty sure we're going to double back with those artists, amongst others.
Yeah, I'd like to go through those podcasts and try to grab some highlights to see where they were at then and like where they at now with it. So shout out to all those dudes. I consider them brothers. They're really genuine guys, real MCs in this game, and stay true to themselves. And yeah, man, I just thought that was really cool. Shout out to Skillz for bringing them up.
I shot a video for Noah O. Shot a video for Radio B. Have not shot a video with Michael Millions yet. I think he was in a video.
He definitely was in one of the videos we shot for Big Al Harrison.
Yeah. So I technically did. Okay. That's what's up. That's
you got all of them on. You got all of them on camera.
That's all hometown love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And real quick, man, to wrap up the timelines. This came across my timeline. I just had to talk about it, man. Definitely gonna throw love and light to the legendary Mariah Carey. She lost her sister and her mother over the past weekend on the same day,
Yikes.
which is, I'm sure, is tragic. It's hard and something that's definitely hard to deal with. So I just wanted to show love to my fellow Long Islander and R&B legend Mariah Carey.
Prayers up.
Yes, prayers up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's gonna wrap up them timelines. We going on timelines now, Sugar. I like that. The slang supervisor.
On the time
Switching
of
up
the
the
line.
wordplay. Switching up the wordplay. Let's move on to Dream Collabs, man. One of my favorite segments.
Yeah, man.
Two artists that we like to see make music together that have not made music together or might have made music together, and we want to hear something new from them.
Before you get into your dream collab,
Uh-huh.
I think I picked Eminem and Kendrick Lamar on one of my dream collabs before.
You did.
They actually had a song together.
We
I
didn't
don't
bring
know
it
if
up.
you've heard it. I don't know if you've heard it before. Obviously you hadn't, or you would have let me know that they've already done a track together.
Maybe I forgot about it.
So while we're holding Kendrick Lamar on this podium, I'm gonna go ahead and say that just like many of the artists we all love, they're not always perfect. And this song is actually forgettable. That's why it flew under the radar.
Yeah. It's called Love Game, and I don't think I've even heard it before.
Give it a listen. We'll double back, and I guess you'll give me your opinion on it. But for now, I'll let you get into your current dream collab.
It probably stinks. Oh man.
It's a concept
So
song,
far.
and I think that's where it went
Okay.
left.
I
Yeah.
got you. So my dream collab this week is going to be Juvenile and Kodak Black. Let me get some Juvie and Kodak, man.
Juvie and Yak.
Yeah. I think that would be a cool combo right there. Just like that, some gritty street, like make a high 2024. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that would be ill.
Whole lot of New Orleans slang
Yup.
and some
South
Florida
Florida
slang.
slang.
Yeah,
Yup.
man.
The
Yeah.
Jits and the Woodies. You know what I'm saying? Need to hear that. So yeah, shout out to them too. I love it. I love to hear that track. Who I like to produce it though, I'm not gonna just be like typical and say Manny Fresh, but yeah, I am gonna be typical. I would like to hear Manny Fresh produce that.
I like that. I can dig
For
that.
sure.
I can dig that.
Who you got?
On my dream collab, I got in the kitchen with mines.
Okay.
And the kitchen, the block, whatever have you, the pot. Um, I'm going with Pusha T
Oh, we in the bricks. Okay.
and Stove God Cooks.
Oh.
So
Wow.
produced by Pharrell. But yeah, man. Like I said, the kitchen, the pot to the block.
One
There
of
you
my
go.
one of my clients at my job, he like Stove God Cooks, and he be whenever he rap Stove God Cooks bars, he tries to sound just like him. Like he be having his headphones on, but he make his voice sound like Stove God.
Yeah,
I think
Stove Guard is he's been killing it as of lately.
that would be an ill collab. Can we get Kanye to produce that? Who you producing on that?
Pharrell.
You said Pharrell?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just Pharrell
Just
or the
Pharrell.
Neptunes?
Just Pharrell.
I always got to question people that because people be giving so much credit to Pharrell for production, even though he is a producer and he's nice on his own. But
That's what I'm doing. Pharrell.
all right, I can respect that. I can
Yeah,
respect
man.
that, sir. So yeah, man, those are dream collabs for this week. Definitely good picks in my opinion. I like that Pusha T Stove God. I definitely would like to listen to that.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get it in real quick, Shug.
Versus who you got, who you got, who you got.
Ooh,
Hot topic.
versus. What is this about? What is versus about?
Versus is a play on Versus by Timbaland and Swiss Beats,
Mm-hmm.
in which there's been some artists we've seen, some artists we haven't seen. So I was wondering, why haven't we seen Busta Rhymes versus, for me, I would love to see Busta Rhymes versus Missy Elliott. I think they have
Oh,
similar styles, and I
okay.
love to see them go song for song with said styles. I think we get a lot of action.
Man, that would be a crazy like. Is there a stage big enough?
There you go. That's
Is there a
that's
stage big enough?
you know that's a crazy mind of mine.
That's a yeah, Shug. I can't believe you just did that to me because I don't even like Busta Rhymes versus Missy.
A lot of woo ha, he how.
He have.
You
Come
know what
on,
I'm
like you
saying?
talk about
So
trendsetters, game changers.
yeah,
Oh man,
you
Missy's
need
already in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. She got one up on Busta for that. I would be interested in knowing what songs Busta wrote that we don't know about because I'm pretty sure he done penned some stuff for some people that we probably don't even know, didn't even think about.
yeah, I would like to know that
Uh,
too, because it would be hard to have Busta Rhymes write for you and you try to rap the way he raps. So
yeah, I think he's a good enough artist to be like, I'm gonna write it like this so you can do it. Like I ain't about to make you sound like just like me, but you going, you know what I'm saying? I know he probably got some writing credits that we don't know about.
or I just want to say, or if I'm challenging that, I don't think he would give his pen away to anybody because they can't perform it the way he would. Might be a
Could be
disservice
true.
for you to try to actually rap like Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
That could be true. You gonna have
Even
to pick.
though,
You gonna have to pick first though.
what you
Even
mean?
even though what I was gonna say who you would get who you got in the verses with Missy and with Busta.
I didn't think about who would actually win that one, but
I thought that was the point.
I'm
Are we
gonna
just
have to go with the Dungeon Dragon.
the Dungeon Dragon? You going with
Yeah,
Busta?
um, I I I I, I would go with Buster because I'm guessing he gets more animated than Missy Elliott.
I'm going with Missy.
Yeah, I know why though.
No, it's not because she's from Virginia. I'm going with I'm going with Missy because I don't know. So I had to pick one, and I couldn't pick Buster because you picked Buster. I'm going with Missy, yo.
There you go, man.
I'm going
We'll
with Missy, yo.
we'll let the people decide.
Yeah, that was a really good. That's a really good pick. Only other, and the crazy thing is, like, I would have an honorable mention in there, but he don't have it. Yeah, I just would throw. If it was like a three-way versus, I'd have to like to put in that category. I had to put Ludacris. Like those are only three artists that I could see like me having to actually see that versus happen to pick a person because I can't. I just really honestly I'm going with Missy just because, but I'm still not as confident. I need to see that joint happen.
Leave it up to the people, man.
Yeah, we
That's
leave it up to y'all. So what is it? It's versus who you got, Missy Elliott versus Busta Rhymes. Let us know who y'all picking. All right. Vote on that poll. Let's get it. All right, so we got up next.
top five.
Top five, top five, top five, top five.
Yeah, man. People have lists. We have our own list,
Uh-huh.
and top five female rappers.
Yes, sir.
Top five female rappers.
Who you got?
Who you got?
Oh, you wanna know who I got?
Yes, sir.
In no particular order, I've got Miss Lauryn Hill, Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma, Missy Elliott, and Lil Kim.
I had still am having. It's hard to pick 5. Long story short, Nicki Minaj,
Oh,
Foxy Brown,
okay.
Little Kim, uh, Lauryn Hill. That's 4.
It's 4.
And for 5, I am going to have to go with Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah. I
Yeah.
figured you was gonna pick Queen Latifah.
Mhm.
I figured that.
Honorable mentions, MC Light
MC Light,
and Missy, of course. I just
Cardi B.
no.
Not yet.
I just
She only got one album. I mean, Lauren Hill
no.
only got
Just
one album.
no. Just
Still,
no. Just no. Just no.
just
I
no.
shed.
Not even.
I
Not even.
shed. No. This is not a conversation for that. I gotta get that out of here quick. I shed some light on Missy previously, on the previous segment, so that's why I made her honorable mention on this one.
Okay, I got you. Nah,
Yeah, man.
I think our list was solid on that. I can't think of any. I know people will probably want to say Rhapsody. Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, there's a lot actually, a lot more that we had to choose from, but just narrowing it down to the 5.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying there's not like a big pool of women rappers to pick from, but for top 5, that'd be it for me.
yeah. I
That's
feel
it.
like Little Kim and Foxy Brown, they go hand in hand. So that was too early.
Yeah, Lil Kim just got more. She got more music.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's our top 5, man. If y'all got a top 5 women rappers that you have on your list, let us know.
I'm sure they will.
Y'all should. Don't be like us. Be yourself. But yeah, man, that's the Henny and Cole podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And before we close out, you know what I gotta do to Shug. I gotta hit him with that dad joke and see if he's on my dad level. If he's dad leveled up yet, we gotta see where he at.
Did flipping the bucket up have more of a dad look?
Yeah, I gotta go grab my Monarchs. I gotta get me a pair. I keep saying that, but I'm gonna go get me a pair. Y'all will see me just grab the shoe, and y'all gonna know what time it is when I got that Monarch in my hand. So, Shug, are you ready for this one?
Sure.
Let's go. Dad joke. What do you call it when Gabrielle Union's husband falls in the pool?
What do you call it when Gabrielle Union's husband falls in the pool? I would call that a sunny side up Wade, a belly flop. I don't know.
You would call it a wade in the water. Wade in the water.
That might have been a good enough joke not to be a dad joke.
It's borderline not a dad joke.
That was a good joke. So I don't know if that qualifies as a dad joke. That didn't have any corn on the cob.
I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Yo, Shug, shout out your social media real quick.
I am on Instagram and only Instagram at Shug_Hill. That's SHUG_HILL. I'm thinking about getting on Threads.
Well,
I'm on Twitter actually too,
that's not
but
really a big joke. That's just connecting your Instagram to the Twitter Instagram. But Threads is cool though. I would do it.
I rarely tweet, but I'm also on Twitter at the same thing.
Yeah, and you can follow me at Oktane, OKTANE __ on Instagram. I'm on Threads too. And then make sure y'all follow the Big Umbrella at the Henny and Coke channel. Y'all see it scrolling on the screen under us. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the
Hold up.
podcast on YouTube. What's up?
Last but not least,
Mhm.
we're going to be going through a name change. We've
Yes.
decided on a name. I know a lot of y'all don't make it to the podcast or listen to the podcast, so this may be for naught because it's at the end. You might not make it this far. OG's not old heads is
Mhm.
going to be the new name going forward.
Yes.
Getting some logo work done, and we'll be rolling it out sooner than later.
Yeah, so look forward to the OGs Now Old Heads podcast. Same content, just a different name. So look out for that. And until next time, yo, like always, peace.